Welcome to iRise Conversations with Joan. Okay, welcome to iRise Conversations with Joan. My name is Joan Nwosu, and I'm the award-winning author of the book iRise: The 10 Secrets to Getting Up When Life Knocks You Down. So, regardless of the career path or business that you choose to pursue, the journey will always be tough. That's the truth. It will be filled with lots of challenges. But what I've found along the journey is one of the ways that you can ease the pain is to walk in the steps of someone who's already done it. That way you can avoid certain mistakes and not have to learn everything yourself. There are many ways to get this knowledge. You can read books, you can find a mentor, join a mastermind, hire a coach, just many ways. But the key is really to follow in the footsteps of people who have done what you're trying to achieve. So today we'll be talking to Amor Laüren. She is an entertainer. So we'll be focusing on the entertainment industry. But a lot of these nuggets can also be applied to every other profession and industry. So Amor is a professional entertainer. She has been that for over a decade. She has been on Starz, Hulu, and her voice can also be heard on Nickelodeon. She is the author of The Prep Pack, an entertainer's guide for preparation for an opportunity of a lifetime at a moment's choice. Phenomenal title. So today we're going to be exploring how you can build or start a successful career, especially within the entertainment industry. Welcome, Amor, to the show.
I'm sorry, I got emotional while you were doing the whole introduction. I was
So much energy, love it.
oh, I got so emotional. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh, that was a moment. Okay, all right. I'm focused. I'm here.
Okay, let's do this.
Now let's do this.
So, entertainment. How did
Yes,
you get into entertainment? Was this a childhood dream of yours, or was this something you just fell into?
it was. It was a childhood dream. I was always the outspoken kid, if you will. I was always the one that did the little extras. I knew it was different for me when we were in church. I was in a church choir because my babysitter had me in her church choir, and they had all the kids line up from shortest to tallest. When we were, and my mom was in the back of the church, and literally everybody's just doing the regular bounce
Mhm.
side to side. Meanwhile, I'm hard clapping, all these things. And everybody just looked. My mom's nickname is Bib, God rest her soul. But she literally, everybody was like, Bib, get your kid. Like, because it was always just the extras with me. So when she saw that, I think the biggest like eye opener was she got me a Michael Jackson impersonator for my birthday, my
Oh,
7th birthday. And there's footage of this. I have to find it and get it converted somewhere. But the impersonator threw his hat down and I picked it up because he was asking kids to come dance with him. What she didn't know is my aunt gave me a Michael Jackson history tape, probably I would say like months prior to. And I watched this so much to the point where I learned the choreography. So when Beat It came on, I picked the hat up and started doing the choreography from the video. And like my aunts and godmoms were actually bugging, like we're actually like putting more fire on it because they were like falling out in the dining room and taking a whole bunch of pictures as if they were paparazzi. It was a lot. So like after that, it was like, I gotta do this for real. Like I gotta do this for real. She enrolled me in dance classes and all those things prior to, but when she saw that, it was like, okay, you need to do this for a living.
wow. That's super amazing. And to find that at such a young age, I think it's really, really key and phenomenal. And for your mom to support you as well. Because I know growing up, if I said, oh, I want to be an entertainer, I want to be a dancer, I'd be like, go with your book. Like, where's your science book? Yeah, you go study now. But you were able to start that at such a young age. So I know you've done a lot of different things within the creative art space. What are some of the things that you've done and what you focus on more now?
What do I focus on more? What some of the things that I've done, I mean, you've already mentioned it. Like I've been on Stars, which was nuts. I'm actually on Stars right now. Like pull it up. My segment on Nickelodeon, I think, is still on Noggin, if I'm not mistaken. The skincare ad campaign, I had no idea it was even on Hulu until I got a text message like, I just saw your campaign. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Yeah, we watched Living Single. And I was like, really? Like it really is doing that? So I've done that. there a governor by the name of Stacey Abrams. She just ran for governor in Georgia. I actually did her voice. I was the voice artist for her campaign the last time she ran. So those are just like, and then I've also written for Loving VH1, Loving Hip Hop Stars and stuff like that. So I've just dabbled in certain things, but the thing that I'm focused on the most now is adding value to people's lives. Like, I feel like I'm not doing what I was called to do if I'm not adding value to people's lives, right? Like, we have so much space on these platforms. And like one day I really sat down, was like, why am I here? Like, I've made music and people know I can sing, they know I can rap, they know I am appealing to look at. And then what? There was nothing of value added to that. It was like, all right, you're cute, and then what? You can sing, and then what? Why are you here? Why are you on this space? And it was like, I have to add value to other people's lives. So that's the reason why I wrote the book in the first place, is so a lot of people don't make the same mistakes that I made.
Yeah. Wow. And I think I hope everyone comes to that point in life where now it's like, so what? So I've done all of this stuff. So what? Because I think we all want to leave an impact, a legacy. We want to give back. We want to help build other people up. And I think it's phenomenal that you've chosen to do it through writing a book, because writing a book is no easy feat. Look, it ain't easy.
It's not.
It's not. But being able to share your knowledge, I think it would really help a lot of people. So that's really a good way to leave an impact and to help and to give back to society.
Mm-hmm.
But let's before we get into the book. So your journey as an entertainer, what were some of the high? Because I know we hear a lot of, the glitz and glam, but there's a lot of horror stories as well around, getting in and some of the things that you have to do. So what would you say were some of your best moments along the journey and the worst?
I think I would say the best moment of the journey, like, so I got to give you context so you can understand what it did for me, right? So my mom had this like entertainment center. She had a bunch of CD slots. Like, it was everybody from, like, I don't know, the Temptations down to Michael Bolton. It was just a lot of CDs. So while I was growing up, I was like, one of these days, I want to go past this entertainment center and see my name in one of these CDs, because we bought a lot of CDs. So the biggest moment was when my first album, Conversation Piece, came out, and there were actual physical copies. And one day I went home and just scrolled down, and it was right there. That was the biggest moment, in the fact that not only did my mom hear the album, and I was talking reckless on that album, right before, not too long before she passed, we were driving in the car and the song came on and she knew the words. That was the best moment of my life right there. Like, that trumps being on TV, being on anybody's radio. That was the best moment of my career right there. Wow. And I would say the horror story, we got a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And I mean, like, okay, so I'll try to I think the biggest low probably was, and I'm thinking because it's aggressive, right? Women, how real can we get here?
Yeah, get real.
The biggest, it's very hard being a woman in this industry, because there's several documentaries about men taking advantage of women. And I was 17 and was green, super green. Never knew what alcohol was. I wasn't exposed to alcohol. I wasn't exposed to drugs or any of those things. So I was 17 and I was in a home studio of this producer. And it was like, a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Pranks being made, so because he had kids. So, because like one day I think somebody dared me to like eat wasabi sauce. It was like something juvenile like that. This particular time, it was a cup on the table, and he said, "I dare you to drink this for like $100." I'm like, "It's juice, cool." Drunk the juice. It was Remy Martin, straight alcohol. So at 17, never having experienced that day in my life, my whole body got slumped. while I was waiting till the following morning for my manager to come pick me up, somebody tried to rape me. That was the ultimate low. The ultimate low. It was, but they didn't succeed. Like even though my body was slumped, like I was able to open my eyes, but I couldn't move. So I felt whatever they were trying to do on my back, but they couldn't pry my legs open. And I wind up not being, again, I always looked at myself like, what am I here for? I thought to keep my mouth closed until there was a young lady that went to the same house and the same thing happened to her. And she called me. And that's when I blew everything off the roof. It's crazy how that happened, because I met up with her for her birthday randomly, I would say like 3 years ago. And she just thanked me. She just thanked me for being there for her and having the courage to say what she couldn't. But I would definitely say that hands down probably was like the lowest moment of my career.
And that's a real fear for a lot of young women, because again, it's a male dominated industry and a lot of the producers, they're all men. So it's difficult. And there's not enough support for people. So what advice would you have for young girls who have dreams of really, they want to get into the entertainment scene, but also don't want to expose themselves? Or how can they protect themselves from being at risk of things like this happening?
To be frank, I would say, if you plan whatever you want to do, just make sure you build it inside your home. Like I have a home studio now, so I don't have to go to anybody else's studio to record my records or to take my auditions or any of those things. I would definitely suggest that you invest in having your own studio just so you can have that peace of mind. And if that's not feasible for you right now, make sure that you always take somebody you trust with you. And never take anything that you drink anything that you didn't see the seal get broken off of, or even that, bring your own. Or if it gets to that point, like I said, if you cannot bring somebody, because you'll know if the environment is weird, if you try to bring somebody and there's a problem with you bringing somebody.
Yeah.
You'll always know if there's an alternative motives or ulterior motives, or whatever the term is. Yeah. You'll know that something's not right if it's a problem with you bringing somebody to the studio. Or if all else fails, legally carry a weapon. Legally carry a weapon. I got my license to carry, so I have my weapon with me. Just know. You know what I'm saying? So because they react like it's just a sense of security.
Yes.
I literally just do it for safety and security purposes. I don't just go and be like, "Ratata." I don't do that. No, it's just I literally only have my gun if my life is in danger. And to be frank, I'm very aggressive about where I put my energy at. So therefore, like I said, I will dissect the situation left and right before I decide to be like, you know what, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
And even now, like, my partner is a woman. We're two very attractive women going to places that are male dominated. She has been a former soldier in the army. So you're not going to run up on us like that. And I never go anywhere with her and vice versa. And if not, she has brothers. I have brothers. And then I have extended brothers. So we're always protected.
Covered.
So that's what I would say to young women. Just, you know what I'm saying? If always bring somebody with you that you trust. Do not drink anything that you did not see get cracked open in front of your eyes. And always, if you can legally, have a weapon on you.
Yeah, protect yourself. Okay. So that's for young people who are thinking about going into this industry, because it's not safe. And even though, yes, with the media and all that, there's still a lot of these things happening. That's the reality.
When I tell you, I just hit the tip of the iceberg as far as what this industry, you know what I'm saying? Like you literally, like when they say it's not built for the weak, it literally is not. Mentally, you have to be tapped into you have to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to a higher level of operating in a certain level of frequency, because this industry, here's the thing. The industry loves when you're malleable. They love it when you're malleable because they can control what you do.
Manipulate you and
They can manipulate you into doing daggone there anything because of the moment you decide to take a stand for yourself or do something outside of their box, it'll be a threat to your career. It's happening right now. So yeah, this industry is crazy, which is why I stopped getting attached to the accolades. Like every time I do something amazing, I bask in it and I appreciate the moment for what it is, but I don't get immersed in it because it literally is just a moment. Literally, your moment will happen and then everyone will go back to regular scheduled programming the following week as if you didn't do what you did last week. And everybody's around as long as you're paying for the party. Everybody's around as long as you're paying for the party. And the moment you stop paying for the party, they're going to move on to somebody else that is paying for the party. Yeah. So you literally have to be on a whole nother level to operate in this entertainment industry. That's why, like I said, like psychologically, I just stopped getting attached to what they can dangle the carrot in front of me for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting because I never thought of it that way. Because I think when people think about entertainment, they always dream about being on top, but you're not always going to be on top. And for some people, it takes them a long time to get on top. And again, the industry might just consume you. So you lose yourself, you start doing things that are not part of you. So what would you say are some of the other values? Because I know you've talked about being centered and grounded in who you are, but what are some of the other values that maybe people don't pay too much attention to, but are needed to be able to be successful in
family?
Family, okay.
Family, and I mean real family, not just people you're related to, people that pour into you. Like you are who you surround yourself with. So my tribe is different. When I can't even get myself up, they get me up. So family will literally be a make or break in your career. Like all of my friends are elevating in their own spaces. So what they learn, they give to me. And what I learn, I give to them. When they're down, when their energy isn't right, I call them and give them the hypest phone call I can give them to get their morale back up. It's the same thing for me. So like literally when the whole world could be off you right now, could be totally against you right now, there's still going to be that family member that says, hey, keep going. Hey, pick yourself up. Hey, you're better than this. Hey, you know for a fact you can do this. Hey, hey now. Come on. Come on. It's happened more often than not. Like after my mom passed, I didn't want to do anything. I was out, clocked out, and was doing the absolute most to not feel whatever emotion I was feeling. But my friends, I'm not gonna cry. My friends and my family was like, you can't do that. My godmother said, you can eat, and this is so profound because she said it at my grandmother's funeral. She was like, you can either live for them or die with them. Oof. Wow. So I make a point to live for them every day. My mom and my grandmother and my father would want me to be out here adding value to other people's lives. And there's nobody doing it in the entertainment space. Nobody's doing what I'm doing.
Wow.
So it had to be me. It had to be me. And it can't be me if I'm
get down and under, yeah.
Family. Because family will mess like true, honest family will see certain things that you don't see.
Yeah.
True family will see certain things that you don't see. If you really want to know how crazy the industry is, watch The Bodyguard. It's true and it's real. I know Whitney Houston in there and all of that and Kevin Costner and all. Listen, if you want to know how severe the industry is, watch that. I'm talking her sister hating her and everything. Watch that. That's why I said family needs to be true family, not just people that are related to you. If you really want to know how the industry is on a surface level, watch The Bodyguard and thank me later. You're welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, family definitely is the thing that you definitely need to survive. And you need you need like I did mention being grounded, but you need to be connected to a higher power. You have to know that something is greater than what you're seeing, or else it's not going to work. Mm. I'm so serious. It's not going to work. I promise you that. So whether it be Allah, God, Buddha, whoever your higher power is, you got to tap into that, because it's not going to work if you don't.
No.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to. It's not going to rock if you don't.
Wow. It's profound. Okay. Awesome. So let's talk a bit about your book, The Pack. So who is it for, and why did you write the book?
So the book is for all entertainers and performers, right? So there's that moment where your life can drastically change. 9 times out of 10, entertainers and performers, like singers, rappers, and actors, are not prepared for it. They're never prepared for it. And because of that, they wind up missing the opportunity that can change their life. So what I did was I consolidated everything that you would need for that moment. So when the opportunity comes, you can just go. It'll already be in your car or wherever it is that you want to keep your prep pack. It'll already be there. So you can just pick up and go. The difference between you having the prep pack and you not having it is you having that opportunity and killing it, and you totally missing it and you staying stagnant for the rest of your career.
Wow.
That's why it's imperative for you to get the book. No, prime example, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, who's somebody known that you just give me a name? Give me a star's name.
Oprah.
All right, boom. Cool. Oprah could be doing a film right now.
Yeah.
Oprah's people can call you and say, hey, you know what, Joan? I need you to report to this address, but Oprah is only going to be here for 10 minutes, and all you have is 10 minutes. Now, you would if you don't have the prep pack, you would have to go home and figure out what you need to get. Now, mind you, every time you scramble, you're going to forget something important. That's just a known fact. You're going to forget something important. And then, not to mention, Oprah's only going to be there for 10 minutes.
Jeez.
So if you got to go home, you've already lost the opportunity. Versus if you let them know how far you are and how long it's going to be when you get there. All right, cool. You're not Inspector Gadget. You can't make your car lift up and go over traffic. They understand that. But you literally have 10 minutes to go up in there. If you drive straight to the bit, you already know what's in the bag. Yes. You already know what you're going to present. And you've been rehearsing it for I don't know how long. So not only are you going to bypass everybody else that they called, you're going to, like, literally, the opportunity is going to be based on how you perform. And that is not that I can't teach you how to do. Well, actually, I'm a stage coach. I kind of can. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. That's going to be based on you, not your preparation for it. It's going to be based on your execution of it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people miss the opportunity because they're never prepared. And that's why I made the book. So when it happens for you, you're prepared. Yeah. I wouldn't have been on Stars if I wasn't prepared. I wouldn't have got to Nickelodeon if I wasn't prepared. I wouldn't have got any of these opportunities if I was not prepared. So I literally took the mess ups that my colleagues and I have done and put it all in one book so you don't make the same mistakes that we have. That's why I made the book.
Wow. And I think I know we're talking about the entertainment industry, but I think it works for every career. Mm-hmm. Being prepared is so, so key. And sometimes we tell ourselves, I know what to say, I know what to do. But in that moment, it's like, you're not well put together, and people just judge you based on your last performance. And then you miss out on the opportunities. So I understand, why it's necessary to be prepared. And sometimes you don't even know how to prepare. There's just so much information out there. Who are you going to listen to? There's just so much out there. You're Googling, you're YouTubing, you're watching everything possible. You don't know. But now you have everything in a book, where now you know exactly what you need to have in your backpack so that you're always ready.
Because we were in the room. We literally were in the room. So here's the thing about the book now. It's been on pre-order for, I think, 3 weeks. Now there's an ebook and there's an audio book. When the 15th comes, It'll be a bundle, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to get it, because there are certain things that the ebook has that the audiobook does not. Keep in mind, you can visually see an ebook. You can't visually see an audiobook. There are certain things on the audiobook that's not in the ebook. Because I had a conversation with an actor that recently got booked for a Tyler Perry gig, a lead, by the way, as to what casting directors are looking for when it comes time for you to do your reel. That is like, I know you get the general, what you see on YouTube, it's levels.
Yeah.
I literally just auditioned with him the other day, and he gave me a gem that I didn't even know. So yeah, it'll be a bundle on my website, www.theamorlaüren.com, and that'll be the only place you can get the bundle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because the audiobook is nowhere to be found online. The ebook is.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to get them both in order to get and especially, you know, people learn in different ways. Some people like to read, and I'm on the move. So I'm always listening to a podcast on my phone. So that's why I made the audiobook. And eventually there'll be a deluxe version with videos, just so you can get more of an insight, because my makeup artist my makeup artist for like 10 years. Set like literally everything that you need for male grooming and female polishing as far as being on camera. The deluxe version will actually show you how to apply it. It's levels to this stuff. Wow. Levels. It's not your tutorials you're seeing on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's levels to this stuff. There is a thing of too much.
Okay.
There is a thing of too much. There is a thing of, and males feel like they can just show up on camera and let that be that. No, you can't. You have to be polished. I've never seen a man get on nobody's set and not get a spritz, a touch up. You got to have it. So the only way you're going to get that is if you get the prep pack.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to include the link in the show notes so that people can go ahead and get the bundle. So, because you don't want to miss out on any of these things. I think I think a lot of people have been struggling for so long. Maybe if they had this earlier, maybe their careers would have taken off. So again, I think it could work for anybody. People just starting out, people who've been in it for a couple of years, people, at whatever level you are. I think having the information consolidated, well articulated, so that you know exactly what you need to prepare, I think it's priceless. I think it's really priceless. So So writing a book, though, what's the most surprising? I had my horror stories. What was the most surprising thing about the book writing process?
The fact that I know I needed help. Like, that was like, I'm normally a woman that likes to I don't like asking for anything, but I found that to be a weakness. I found that to be a space of you not wanting to let go when you want to be in control of everything. Yeah. I've been in there. I literally just graduated from therapy. Shout out to me. Yeah. Because I knew I was a control freak, and I had to let that go, because there's just life be life, and I can't control everything. So I knew I needed help. And then the most surprising thing was how driven I was to getting it done. Whether it was me getting up in them, like, I have literally videos of my process of going through that, whether it was help from a coworker or, like it was just a lot of help and pouring in from different sides. Like, a friend of mine came and she told me she like reread it, and she was like, no, you do not serve. Change that word to assist, because words are powerful. I used to say, I'm here to serve people. She was like, no. You were not a maid. You were here to assist people. I said, oh, okay. All right. But no, that was the biggest thing, was the fact that I just knew I needed help. And I was amazed at how driven I was to get it done. But the crazy thing about it is not driven from the fact of getting it done from a space of vanity. Because before, when I was doing music, it was a space of I was getting it done because I wanted the song out. I wanted this done for me. I wanted to see my name on It wasn't about me. I was aggressive about getting it done so I can make sure that I can get it done as soon as possible. So when somebody else's opportunity comes, that they're prepared. That was the biggest ha-ha. Ha-ha. That was the biggest shift. I didn't want to get it done for me. I wanted to get it done for them. Wow. The vanity like going into this space of adding value to people's lives, the vanity is completely taken off me. It's not even about me no more.
Yeah.
It literally is about me making sure that you don't make the same mistakes that I made. That's it. If I can do that, I've done my job.
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of agree with you because my book is a self-help book as well.
Come on, Joan, with the book.
It's very, for me, I found it probably the proudest thing I am of my life to date, what I've done, because it wasn't about me, like you said. It was about, I wanted to share all of this stuff so that people don't go through what I've been through. And even if you go through it, at least here's what I did to come out of it. It might work for one person, two people, whatever it is, but hey, it's about how can I help people not suffer the way I suffered? Because like you, I was like, I can do it all. And that's all that was the persona I put out there. People saw, oh, this person who's so strong, she can do everything. There's nothing wrong with her. Her life is perfect. No. So when I was writing the book, we were like, even my mom was like, I didn't know that happened to you. And I'm like, yeah, so it's not about me. It was about people. And that's where I love books like that, because it's about creating an impact. It's not like, hey, look at me. Ooh, I'm such a show off. Look, I'm great. I'm super talented. No. It's about how can I help make someone else's life easier? And that's what you've done with your book.
Yes.
So kudos.
Y'all make sure y'all go get Joan book and stop playing with yourselves.
You know, right?
Stop playing with yourself and go get Joan book. Come on now.
So are you going to be writing more books?
Yes, I'm actually
okay
on my second book already, but you got to get the audio book to figure out, to know what the name of that book is.
Nice.
And what it's about. But like recently I've tapped into I put out a video that said 4 things your inner self needs to hear, and the response of it was crazy. So I'll be tapping more into the confidence portion for entertainers, because a lot of entertainers lack that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be what my next book is based on. I can't really give you the details because I can't tell you all the juice.
But I think confidence is like the whole imposter syndrome, self-doubt. I think it's every industry, it's everyone. We all have that. We all carry that around. And like, it's difficult. You can say to someone, oh, be more confident. Like, you think I don't
How?
Exactly. Like, how? I want to be more confident. I want to show up and just go. But we don't all have that naturally. And sometimes you have to work on that and build that within yourself. So we're staying tuned for your second book. Staying tuned. Okay, cool. So what
it's gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be a good
one. Tell me. So what else are you working on right now?
Outside of I'm actually working on a performance course. So I did the introduction to Clark Atlanta University, which is a prominent HBCU out here. And I did it for like a semester, but I stopped doing it because a lot of things were going on. But I realized that there needs to be a course from from confidence down to curtain call. That entire process. I'm gonna put that course together. That's actually I'm putting it together now. So that's gonna be one of those ones, because nobody's gonna tell you how to handle everything from it's post curtain call. I'm telling you how to deal with merchandise, so on and so, like it's a lot. That course is what I'm working on. So that's literally is going to be the other book and that course. And but
wow, where do you get
something like
it's awesome. Wow. So album, maybe second book, definitely course on its way.
Actually all of that is definitely
wow,
all of that is definitely like I would be shunned if I don't put out another album. I will be shunned if I do not put out another album. So yeah, all of that is definitely transpiring.
Nice. So, okay, one of my final questions. So I know when people think about being an entertainer, they think of a different lifestyle. They think how I put out as an entertainer is different from how I show up at home. For you, do you find that it's one and the same, or is there a different life? Do people need to show up differently?
Not nowadays. Like the mystique of you being an artist and all those days are like the Whitney Houstons of the world, the Mariah Careys of the world, the Michael Jacksons of the world. Those days are over. People love vulnerability. So you separating who you are on stage and who you are off stage, you're going to appear to be not accessible. And that's going to be not a good look. So I'm accessible to an extent. Like there's just certain things you're not going to see, like my bedroom, my partner and I doing whatever it is that we choose to do in our day-to-day, my day-to-day life. Like there's just certain things that I keep for myself, but I don't show up as anybody but Amor.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't show up as anybody but Amor. The thing about it is, again, I am myself until but there's an extent. Yeah. Like once I'm tired and the lights go off and all of that, I go back to being Tiffany. My real name is Tiffany.
Oh, okay.
That is I own Amor legally.
Yeah.
My real name is Tiffany. Tiffany are for my family and my friends. They get her.
Yeah.
They've known her whole life. Amor is still Tiffany. I just have a different name. I'm collecting different checks. But I'm just saying, the personality is the same. The personality is the same. It's just like I said, I need to keep certain things for me. You can't, to know, like, that's like somebody knowing everything about you. You don't want everybody, especially people you don't know. That's the weirdest thing in the world. Like, shout out to all the superstars of the world. It is very unsettling for someone who does not know you to know everything about your life, where you live, what your child's name is. That's too much.
Oh, too much.
Privacy, I love it. So that's why my family gets Tiffany and the public gets Amor. That's exactly why they get Tiffany. Like, Amor is going to be smiles and Hallmark cards and going to let you know that I ain't to be played with. Same thing with Tiffany. However, you're not going to roll up. Tiffany goes to the funerals. Tiffany shows up at the family reunions and the outings with the friends. Amor shows up to the press releases and the photo shoots and the videos and all of that. But as soon as that camera turns off, Tiffany. As soon as this light goes off, Tiffany.
Okay.
Literally, there's no different as far as who I am internally, but there's a difference as far as how I carry myself. Yeah. Because when I'm Amor and people make it about me, if that makes any sense. When I'm Amor, people make it about me. What you got going on, what you're doing. Yes. Yeah. When I'm Tiffany cares about what everybody else got going on. You know, let's take that back. Amor cares about what everybody else got going on. Because it ain't about me. But because you're in this light, people make it about you. Yeah. Prime example, and I'm going to use this as an example so people can sort of kind of get the idea, right? All these superstars were regular civilians at one point.
Yep.
They had a gift. Mm-hmm. They displayed that gift. A group of people got together and created this thought about this person that carried on to millions of people, and that's why they are who they are now. But I guarantee you, when the light goes off, Rihanna is going back to Robin. I promise you. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you. Mm. You can ask any entertainer, I promise you. As soon as the light go off, they go back to being themselves. Usher is Usher. Right? The light goes off, he's going back to being somebody's daddy.
Yeah.
Somebody's daddy. You can't roll up on Usher when he with his kids. You can't roll up on Eminem when he with his kids. Because they still have to keep something for them. They can't give all of them to y'all.
Yeah.
Because what's left for them and they folks? If they're always out entertaining y'all and never taking time for them, what is going to happen with the relationship with their family? What's going to happen to them with the relationship with their kids?
Yeah. And some people do get caught up in that, and they take that, the Amor, and that becomes who they are all the time. And then they lose all these relationships. So I think, especially for new people, younger people who are just trying to get into this, I think people should go in with the right mindset. Don't get consumed by all this, the lights and the action. When the camera goes up, the lights go off. Go back to being.
I'm going to piss somebody off when I say this. And I really don't care. It's smoke and mirrors.
Yes.
The entire entertainment industry is smoke and mirrors. Literally. Once the dust settled and all of that, prime example. I think Jim Carrey said, I wish everybody can get rich and famous so they can see that it's not it. We all came in here by ourselves. When people die, right? Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. You're not higher than I am. We both going.
Yeah.
And what? That's it. Done. Finito. It's all smoke and mirrors. At some point in every production, the lights go off and everybody goes home. The shows that you watch, everybody goes home. Same thing with people on the internet, the Instagram. People on I'm gonna say this: Instagram, just like the entertainment industry, is a highlight reel. They show all of your best moments, but no one sees. And then when you do put your vulnerability on the internet and you want to cry, people want to say, "God forbid, why are you doing this? You're not sad. You wouldn't be on camera." No. That's showing you that there's a different side to what this is.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors. I've literally seen people that online have like Mercedes and stuff like that, politely getting off the bus. I've seen couples that look all up in arms, like, oh, I want to be just like them, will sit at a dinner and literally not say anything to each other and be in their phones the whole time. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's all smoke and mirrors. So get into this for the right reasons. Like if you act and you know that just being on TV or being on film is a part of the act, then be immersed in the journey. Don't get hung up on how many auditions you scored or what you did. It is going to tear you apart. Same thing with being a singer. It's like when you go on stage, you get that high, but that's why a lot of entertainers wind up getting heavily immersed in like drugs and alcohol, stuff like that, because they try to find that high somewhere else when they're not on stage. And you've seen the laundry list of entertainers whose lives have been taken because of that. Or the fact that they can't deal with the pressure of it all. Have a different mindset. Like Joan said, going into this industry. Listen, it's so many. Another gem. All right, cool. I said, watch The Bodyguard. Cool. But there's a documentary called Amy about Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
Watch that and have a different mindset and thank me later. Because prime example, Amy Winehouse towards her decline, right? She kept getting heavily immersed in alcohol because it was so much craziness going on around her. She went from just being regular Amy to being Amy Winehouse, to the point where her dad, her own father, when she was trying to have that dad moment with him, like, and she needed somewhere to put that, he bought cameras to the vacation. Her boyfriend, somebody that she was sleeping with, goes to bar, mind you, ain't working, goes to bars and just orders whatever and just says that it's covered because he knows that she paid for it. You feel what I'm saying? And these are people that she is supposed to feel protected around. So understand and imagine having to deal with that and then having to do shows that you don't want to do, but you're obligated to because you signed the contract.
Ugh. Yeah.
Whitney Houston, same thing. If you look at her, like footage of her last tour, her voice was not up to par to be doing no tour. She should have rested. But because everybody and their mother wanted a check and she was responsible for I don't know how many people's lives, they literally worked her to death. And now that she's gone, her daughter is gone. You see the rippling effect? But what are they doing? They're doing hologram tours. Make it make sense. I'm paying to go see a screen. The woman should be here. The woman should be there. But everybody wanted to take and take and take and take and take until she couldn't take it no more. And they're still taking from her estate after, like, let the woman, let her rest. But this is the entertainment industry that everybody wants to be a part of. It is. There's layers. I know I just pissed a lot of people off in this industry. I don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't. I really don't. Because somebody got to wake up. Somebody got to wake up, man. Somebody got to wake up.
So let's not kill everybody's dream. Everyone who wants to get entertainment. So
listen, it's still fun. Okay. Listen to me. Because I'm still here. Even with all the whatever the case, because I love what I do. You see what I'm saying? I love what I do. So regardless of everything that's going on, I'm aware of it. I don't let it kill my spirit. I'm just aware of it. Am I going to stop being an entertainer? No. Am I going to watch who I surround myself with? Yes. Am I going to read my contracts? Yes. Am I going to hire a lawyer if I don't understand something? Yes. Am I going to take my vitamins and drink my water and not be heavily immersed in drinking and all? Yes. You can do anything you want to do. Just be aware. People just get in this industry and just want to be the act. No, it is the entertainment business. That's the part they miss. Business. It could be, listen, that's why they call it the game, because it's a game that everybody got to play. But if you literally take yourself out of the game, there's no game to be played. If you just do what you love to do, there is no game to be played with you. Now it's beautiful. You can still have the amazing moments of being able to take your family on shopping sprees and all of that. You literally just, the pressure is off you to do it now. You have nothing that you're chasing. You know what I'm saying? You're just being you. And you're like, oh, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Maybe the next gig is mine. You're not getting like, oh my God, I didn't get the.
Yeah.
Just be aware. I only said everything I said in this interview for you to be aware. Yeah. That's it.
Be aware, know your why, have the right mindset. I think it's key. And again, we're talking about entertainment, but it's every single thing you do in life. Because this world will suck you in.
Well, listen, I got a secret for y'all, right? All right, boom. Anytime that you get like mentally just do something that, but like for instance, I have a secret shifter. I play music that I know for a fact is going to alter my feelings. And will literally dance. Like Mace has a song called Breathe, Stretch, Shake, Let It Go. I will literally do even though it's old as hell, I will literally do the Harlem Shake, and it physically puts me in a better space. And it's like, and then there's a thing of, all right, cool. So I'm gonna give you a super gem. There's your circle of control, your circle of influence, and then your circle of concern. Your circle of control is literally the only things that you have control over, which is your thoughts, your mindset, and how you respond to things. That's what you have control over. The circle of influence is how other people see you, other people's thoughts, what other people are doing. That could influence you, but it's out of your circle of control. So if you put something out and it doesn't perform with it's out of your circle of control. You gotta let that go. You could put out the best project in the world. If nobody buys, that's out of your control. So therefore, there's no pressure, there's no anxiety. The circle of concern, what the economy is doing, what the entertainment industry is doing, is out of your circle of control. All you can control is how you react to it, how you respond to it. So if you're constantly always happy and in a great mood, everything else around you ain't gonna matter. The outcome ain't gonna matter. Whatever somebody has to say about you is not gonna matter. That's why when everybody like, I don't care what people say, like, no, I literally don't care. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I just literally don't care because it's out of my circle of control. Somebody may love me over here and somebody be like, oh, I can't stand that. I mean, it's out of my circle of control. So when you get that, only focus on your circle of control, your thoughts and your mindset. If your brain is going to the left, literally pop and be like, I could be having a way better thought than what I'm having right now. Don't automatically go to what's the worst that can happen. What's the best that can happen?
Can happen, yeah.
What's the best that can happen? The best that can happen is you can turn into a superstar tomorrow. It's better for me to think of that, have that thought than thinking, oh, nobody's buying my songs. I'm not getting booked for anything. I'd rather focus on what the outcome could be and the prosperity and fulfillment and happiness of it all, then focus on something that may give me anxiety, that have me worried, have me stressed out. No. your circle of control, your circle of influence, your circle of concern. All you have control over is your circle of control.
Amazing. Awesome gem to end the show. I think that's phenomenal. And like
that was therapy.
I was like,
that was therapy.
That
was therapy. Shout out to my therapist, Ash. That was Ashley. Thank you, girl. That was my therapy.
I think that's awesome. And again, in every area of your life, it's the same. We're talking entertainment now, but it's everything. Only focus on what you can control. Focus on your mind, your thoughts, and your actions, how you choose to respond. I think is so key. Every area, like check yourself, catch yourself, be aware. And that's what we're talking about, that you should be aware of. It's not trying to scare you. It's just, this is the reality of the situation so that you can be aware, be prepared, and have your prep pack. Hello. So go to the website and go order your prep pack.
Y'all better hear what Joan said. Listen, go to www.theamorlaüren.com, get the prep pack, and then right after that, go get Joan book. Like it's a whole package.
It's a whole package.
Go get mine and go get hers.
Oh my God.
In that order.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree. Thank you so much for being here with us, Amor. So many gems, so much nuggets to share with everyone. And I'm sure we've been able to help somebody who's on that journey already or who's thinking about getting on that journey, some of the things that they need to have in their prep pack and also be aware about the industry. Really appreciate you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. Like it was a joy. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you to all my listeners. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I will see you same time next week on iRise Conversations with Joan.